We're gonna start by me just telling you what I pulled for myself yesterday. We're gonna talk about this Virgo full moon. This is a collective reading. Remember, I am just the messenger. Take what feels right to you and leave the rest for somebody else. If it's not your story or it doesn't feel like it's your message, let it go, okay? But I want to share with you the spread that I pulled for myself last night regarding this Virgo full moon energy. And I guess we'll just talk about the Virgo full moon for a second. This full moon, usually full moons reveal some sort of truth. And I'm really getting that this Virgo full moon is creating some sort of shift for a lot of us that we really need, because the past 3 months have been difficult, like really hard for a lot of us. And there's been like the dark night of the soul energy. There's been a lot of introspection. There's been a lot of healing and growing. Excuse me. And I really feel like this Virgo full moon energy is actually creating a shift for us to move into a more positive timeline, which is great. But I don't feel like we're going to actually feel the shift for maybe another 30 days. So it's like we're getting a taste of the positive timeline that we're moving into, but it's not here yet. So it could create some sort of like feeling of lack or feeling of doubt. And also Virgo is a perfectionist. The sign of Virgo is perfectionism. So if you're not perfect or you're not doing enough in your eyes, you may feel like you're lacking or like you're not perfect or you're not good enough. But that's not true, because perfection doesn't even exist. It really doesn't. But Virgo energy can make you feel like you need to be perfect, feel like you need to be doing more. But Virgo full moon energy is going to be really good for helping us to like clean and organize and plan and strategize and really get ourselves together. Also, Virgo rules the 6th house, which is our gut. So some of you, there's this focus on like what you're consuming, not only food-wise, but media-wise. There's this focus on making sure that you're not consuming things that aren't good for you, if that makes sense. So some of you may be limiting your screen time. I'm seeing this like, I'm seeing some of you switching screen time to like nature time, or to reading books, or to cleaning and organizing and planning instead of being on your phone and scrolling. And I've been feeling that push lately too, because the past couple of days I've just been like getting on my phone and checking Instagram or checking TikTok or checking YouTube, and I'm like, why am I doing this? This isn't fulfilling anything. It's not giving me any energy. It's not giving me any motivation or inspiration. Like, why am I doing this? So some of you might be feeling that too. And so I'm getting this energy of like switching screen time to something that's more productive. And that could be Virgo full moon energy as well. And I was getting this message about be mindful of what you're consuming, not only food, but especially food right now. Like today, tomorrow, the next day, choose the healthier option. Choose the root is what I was hearing. Spirit was showing me the root card. So choose the healthier option. Choose something that comes from the earth. Choose something that comes from the ground if you can. Choose the fruit, choose the vegetable, choose the plant-based option if you can, because that'll be better for your gut, for your intestines, for your digestive system, because Virgo does rule the digestive system. So if you're eating something that doesn't agree with your digestive system right now, you're going to feel it. There's going to be like stomach aches, nausea, upset stomach, diarrhea, you know what I'm saying? So just be mindful of that if you can. And try not to be too hard on yourself. Virgo is very critical and analytical and perfectionist, like I said, so try not to be too hard on yourself. That is Virgo energy. Yeah, you're a Virgo and you feel it when you eat wrong. Me too. Same. Okay, Mary, I'm not trying to call you out, because everything is okay for you in moderation. But I'm just telling you that if you are feeling a little uneasy in your stomach, or if you are experiencing some sort of like stomach ache or upset stomach, it could be because you're making an unhealthy choice. And I don't really love using the word healthy versus unhealthy. I just can't think of another term right now. But you get what I'm saying. Everything is okay for you in moderation. But right now it's today, tomorrow, the next day, it's kind of this energy of choosing what's going to be better for your digestive system, what's going to be better for your gut. And I was getting make the plant-based option or choose the fruit, choose the oats, choose the vegetables. That was what I was getting. Hi Mia from Egypt. Thanks for tuning in. That's so sweet of you. I missed you too. Okay, so that is the overall energy I was picking up for Virgo full moon. And I channeled this message that your new life starts in 30 days. So 30 days from whenever you're seeing this, your new life starts. And for some of you, it's like a big shift. It's a big change. In 30 days, your new life starts. You have 30 days from whenever you're watching this to plan, to organize, to clean up, to change whatever it is that you want to change. And I'm also a firm believer that whatever is meant for you will never miss you. That's an affirmation that I use every day. What's meant for me will never miss me. So it's not that you're going to miss out on some sort of opportunity, or you're going to miss out on this new life if you aren't planning and organizing and strategizing and cleaning things up over the next 30 days. It's just that your spirit team was channeling to me this message that they want you to kind of like buckle down and get serious about the new life that you're going to be stepping into in 30 days from today. So yeah, that was something I was getting. Your new life starts in 30 days. And then my spirit team and I were talking about the astrological zodiac new year. So we're in Pisces season right now in Western astrology, and Pisces is the 12th zodiac sign, so it's at the end of the zodiac calendar. And then March 19th, I believe, is when Aries season starts in Western astrology. And then we usually have the spring equinox around March 21st. So March 19th through the 21st is really going to be when we start to feel this like new year energy. And I was just talking to my spirit team about that because every single year we have like January that comes through, right? And in society, we talk about how like it's the new year, new me, new goals. I have this goal, I have this resolution. And every single year, those resolutions don't come to pass in the first couple of months. For me, specifically for me. For some of you as well, but I'm not trying to like make that a general thing. But for me especially, I can't do the January goals and the January resolutions because I fall short of them every single time. And it's unfair to myself to hold myself to such a standard when I know that we're in a winter season. The ground hasn't been fertile. And so my spirit team and I have been talking about how March, the middle of March to the end of March is really when that new year energy is going to hit. So some of you, if you haven't been following your New Year's goals, or if you haven't been sticking to that resolution, don't feel guilty. First of all, you're not alone. I haven't been either. And there's many of us in the chat who haven't been either, whether they want to admit to it or not. But also just don't feel guilty because the energy hasn't been conducive to create that new life yet. We're really in this phase of like planning and prepping and resting and recalibrating. That's the energy that I've been tapping into. But you have 30 days and your new life begins. That was something I channeled today. 30 days from today, your new life starts. Yeah, the new year doesn't start until March, period. That's how I view it anyway. That's how I've been having to view it. And today was the first day I felt like I was coming out of winter. I love that. I'm very happy for you. I'm starting to feel that way. I'm starting to feel like that. And I really have to consider, for me, what works best for me when I'm really struggling is metaphors. And so spirit will speak to me in metaphors. And recently we've been talking about like winter and spring and how things don't really grow or bloom in the winter because the ground is cold, the ground isn't fertile. But we're going to be moving into spring very soon, where the ground will be more fertile, and we're going to be bursting through the ground, so to speak, so that we can bloom and blossom and grow. We're just not there yet. But I feel like it's been really hard for us because we're underground. I keep imagining myself as a seed that just hasn't bloomed yet. And I keep feeling like I'm underground, but I'm like really close to the surface, so I can hear everything and channel and feel everything that's going on the surface above me, but I can't do anything about it because it's not time for me to burst through the ground yet and bloom and blossom. If that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I don't know how to articulate that in a way that makes sense for everybody. So if you get it, you get it. If you don't, I'm sorry. But that's what I've been channeling lately. We're all just seeds in the ground, and we're waiting for the ground to be fertile so that we can burst through and bloom and blossom. That's been really keeping me going lately because seasonal depression has been intense this year. I really think that this year, the seasonal depression has been the worst it's ever been for me. Yeah, and I'm not telling you that so that you'll feel bad for me or that you'll pity me. I'm genuinely just expressing to you my thought process and my life. Like, this has really been the hardest past 3 months for me mentally and spiritually. And then Spirit keeps telling me that it's going to be worth it. So I just keep going and I just keep breathing and I just keep living because it's going to be worth it. They keep telling me it's not easy, but it's going to be worth it. And I'm like, all right, I hear you. Message heard. We shall see. But yeah, we all got this. We've been going, yeah, you've been going through it. We're in it together. This is why I have to come live to talk to you guys because, good God. It makes me feel better knowing that that I'm not alone and that like there are other people going through it. I really wish I could come on here every day and be so bubbly and so happy and so bright and be like, oh, look at all this positive energy coming towards you. But that just isn't realistic, and that just hasn't been what life has been like for me lately. I've been dealing with like sicknesses and being poor and mental shit and like trauma that I didn't realize that I still needed to process. And then yesterday, Spirit showed me a video of a rescue dog that just sleeps and sleeps and sleeps and sleeps. And I was like, wow, why do I relate to that? Because I have been very tired lately and I have been just like sleeping whenever I can to try to like recover or rest and heal from the sickness and the trauma. And I was like, why do I relate to this? And then I went into the comments and somebody commented that they also got a rescue dog that just needed to sleep for like 2 or 3 weeks straight so that they could heal from the stress. And I was like, oh, that makes sense. But we live in a world where it feels like you need to be constantly going and you need to be constantly creating and pushing and all of this in order to be successful or in order to be of value to society. But I know that's not true. I've been having to learn that lesson really hard. And it can also be stressful, especially when like you are poor and you are living paycheck to paycheck because you have to work, right? So that means you have to go to work when you're sick. You have to go to school when you're sick. You have to show up even when you aren't doing your best because bills gotta get paid. You know what I mean? So that's something I've been dealing with too lately. And Spirit is like, you really have to surrender. Otherwise you're going to go insane or you're going to harm yourself because you're not surrendering and just allowing the universe to provide for you. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I got sick for like 2 weeks and I was really trying to like breathe and surrender and take a break, but I would still post here and there because I do have to make some sort of money, right, to pay bills. And then I kept being told by my spirit team to take it easy, to ease back into it, to take it slow. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then I tried to just kind of jump back into it. And then I got this cold sore, which thankfully you can't really see. It's almost gone. But yeah, Spirit was like, if you're not going to listen, we're going to keep making you sick. We're going to keep giving you reasons to have to stay inside, to have to take care of yourself. And I'm like, okay. So now I've really reached a point where I'm like, I hear you. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to take the next 30 days to really plan and analyze and figure out what it is that I want to do even. Some of you might be relating to this. Thanks for letting me share. I really appreciate you. Honest hour. It's where we're at. Yeah, you're not the only one that felt insane. It's 100% a part of the journey. Thanks, Nancy. It is. It really is. Oh, another thing I've been struggling with, since we're on the topic of things I've been thinking and struggling with, I no longer care about people pleasing, which, hallelujah, we love that. Because I used to be a huge people pleaser. And I used to be one of those people that really cared whether people liked me or not, and I wanted everyone to like me. I learned that that's not possible. So I don't care about that anymore, thankfully. But what it's kind of turned into is self sabotage in a way where I just think that everybody hates me now, which I know is also not true. And sometimes I end up manifesting it because I start thinking it like, oh, everyone hates me. Nobody wants to hear from me. If they do want to hear from me, it's just because they want a tarot reading. It's just because they want something from me. They don't actually care about me. They only care about what I can give them, which isn't true either, but that's where my mind has been lately. So we're no longer people pleasing, but we are self-sabotaging in a way where we think that everybody hates us. Yeah, so working through that too. It's a fun journey we have going on over here. It's a fun little journey. I'm glad that I'm not alone, for those of you that are like, same. We're all in this together. I love you guys too. You got a cold sore too? It's so weird to me, but it obviously makes sense that like we're all connected, but sometimes it's really weird to me when we're all going through the same thing at the same time. Like a lot of us have been sick this year. There was a really big virus that went around and like a lot of us got sick. People are going through cold sores. Other people are having these same thoughts that everybody hates them. Like, it's not just me, and I know that, and it's not just you, and you know that too, but it's just so weird to me how connected we all are. It's cool, but weird. You were just singing that? That's weird. That's a synchronicity. I'm thinking I hate everyone. That's funny. Thank you for the laugh. Thank you for the laugh. Okay, so we're going to do a Virgo full moon reading. I am going to pull cards. I just felt like I needed to talk a little bit. So thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. We're going to start with a spread that I pulled for myself last night. And I'm going to tell you what I pulled for myself and what it meant to me, because that could help some of you. And then I'm going to pull cards for you all as the collective with the same spread. And then after that, we'll see where the energy takes us. So, this Virgo full moon, there are 6 questions on this little planner that I have. Cute, huh? Very cute. And the first question is, where am I right now? So I pulled a card for myself to see where I am right now. And I got the Emperor. And a lot of this reading that I did for myself yesterday was so strange because I was like, I don't feel like that's accurate, but it's the card that I was getting and it's the energy that Spirit was giving me. So it's accurate from my Spirit team, but I was just like, why am I not feeling this then? So that was something I was struggling with when I was doing this reading for myself, because I was like not resonating with it, but I know that it's accurate, if that makes sense. So anyway, where am I right now? I pulled the Emperor card for myself and I was like, you've got to be kidding me, because I do not feel like an Emperor. I do not feel like I'm in an Emperor energy. But Spirit said that I'm in my Emperor energy. So love that. And basically what that means is that I'm in control of my life. I'm the one who's in charge of my life. I get to decide when I wake up. I get to decide what I eat. I get to decide what I wear. I get to decide who I talk to, etc. How I spend my time, how I spend my money, things like that. I'm in control of my life. I'm the one who's in charge of my life. And I'm very grateful for the job that I do have, that the universe provided for me, that I worked really hard to create for myself, because I don't have any clock to punch. So I don't have a boss. I don't have anybody telling me that you need to be posting or you need to come in at this time, you need to do this certain amount of work. And I'm very grateful for that. I worked really hard to get to this point in my life. So Spirit was just reminding me that I am my own boss and I am the creator of my life by showing me the Emperor card. And also that I'm still building my empire, right? I'm only 27 and some of you are young too, and you're still in the process of building your empire. And then yesterday Spirit showed me another video about people who didn't become successful in their life until they were in their 50s or 60s. There's so many stories of people who didn't become successful until they were in their 50s or 60s. So Spirit was just reminding me that I'm still in the process of building my empire, and that I don't have to have it all figured out right now. And neither do you. But then I was like, Spirit, I don't really want to live to be 50 or 60. Like, let's be so for real. The current state of the world, the seasonal depression, like all of this shit and this trauma and the struggle, I was like, I don't want to live to be 50 or 60. So we're working through that too, because they obviously want me here for some reason. They want me here on this earth for some reason. So I'm just trying to like go with the flow, learn as I go. But I was like 50, 60, that seems like something I don't want to do. But we'll see. Whatever. Anyway, I'm in control of my own life. I feel like I have to laugh through these things because laughing is a good coping mechanism for me. So sometimes I may say sad things and then follow it up with laughter or a joke because I need to counteract it. Humor and laughter heal the soul. Anyway, so that's where I am right now. I'm in my Emperor energy, which was kind of surprising to me, but I can see it. Number 2, what is influencing me? And I pulled the 3 of Wands. And this was something that was very eye-opening for me and has been very eye-opening for me for the past week or two. And the 3 of Wands represents some sort of travel in this reading that I was doing for myself. And Spirit was saying what is influencing me is the past 7 or 8 months where I was kind of like on the go and I was traveling a lot and I didn't have a home and I didn't have like a sturdy foundation or any sort of sense of stability. And now that I do, thankfully, I'm in my apartment, I'm healing through that trauma or healing through that stress. And so that's kind of been influencing me lately. And I didn't realize that it was a part of why I've been struggling so much lately. So that was very eye-opening to me, which is why I love tarot, by the way, because I feel like tarot is so eye-opening for your own self-discovery and your own personal journey. It's not just about like how other people play a part in your life, but I feel like it's so helpful for learning more about yourself and learning more about what you're going through and making sense of things. So pulling the 3 of Wands in terms of what was influencing me was very eye-opening because I didn't even realize how much stress and trauma that I had gone through, because when I was in it and I was present in it, it just felt normal. It felt natural. It was like, oh, this is what I'm doing because this is my everyday life. I was constantly traveling, constantly on the move, constantly just trying to figure out where I was going to be sleeping, where I was going to be staying for a week. Like, and that was just something that was normal for me. And now that I have my own apartment and I'm in a more stable energy, I'm able to kind of like heal from that and deal with it. So that was something that's been influencing me. And also, sometimes it feels like I'm squandering opportunities or I'm missing out on opportunities. And I feel like that's been influencing the way I've been feeling lately too. But it's not true because what's meant for you will never miss you. So if there was an opportunity that passed me by, it wasn't meant for me right now. You know what I mean? And then I also wrote down that the 3 of Wands is showing me that I'm influenced by my future and upcoming decisions. I feel like lately I haven't been able to sit in a present energy because I've been so focused on upcoming things that I have to deal with and where my future is going to go. And so that's been kind of influencing my stress and my struggle lately too recently. And I was like, Spirit, you're speaking to me. The accuracy is loud. Okay. Moving on, the next question is, what have I created since the last new moon? And we had a new moon at the beginning of the month. We had a new moon in Aquarius. I want to say February 9th, but I could be incorrect. But what have I created since the last new moon? And I pulled the 10 of Cups. And I was like, again, this doesn't make sense, Spirit. How have I created the 10 of Cups in the last few weeks if I have been feeling the way that I've been feeling? And the 10 of Cups represents some sort of like happiness, joy, contentment, soul tribe energy, connecting with family, that type of a thing. And I wrote down that I don't really feel like I have created this, but the cards are saying that I have, so I have to just kind of like listen to what the cards are telling me. And then I started thinking about it a little bit more, and I have created a sense of home and family within myself in the past few weeks. So I may not be seeing it externally yet, but I am recognizing how I've been learning to create it for myself recently. So yeah, the 10 of Cups is something that I've created since the last new moon. And also, now that I'm talking to you guys about it out loud, I'm like channeling from Spirit. I have reconnected with a bunch of people who I hadn't talked to in a long time, this month specifically. I hung out with some friends last weekend that I haven't talked to in a long time. I texted somebody who I haven't talked to in months, and we were texting the other day. So I have been reconnecting with people who I haven't talked to in a long time. Some of you might be as well. And that was part of the 10 of Cups the Spirit was telling me as well. And it's kind of come out of the blue. I wasn't expecting to reconnect with anybody. I wasn't even hoping to reconnect with anybody. It just kind of happened. So I'm grateful for that, but that's part of what I've created since the last new moon. The next question is, what is no longer serving me? And I pulled the Sun. So I was like, the Sun is no longer serving me. But it really meant like my ego and my inner child, which I'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But my ego isn't serving me anymore was something that I was getting from this, because the ego is in place to protect us. Based on past experiences, the ego applies whatever you've already learned or been through or experienced to the present situation, and will try to protect you based on past experiences. But Spirit is saying that that's not serving me anymore. It's not serving me right now because I'm in a new energy. And so I need to be more present in where I'm at right now, and not so much in the past or in the future. So I was like, okay, we gotta let go of the ego. We gotta let go of the walls. We gotta let the guard down a little bit. And I wrote down that it's been very dark, gloomy, and rainy, which it has been. Especially in LA, the past few weeks it has been very like rainy, gloomy, cloudy, cold, which when I say cold, I know some of you are like, it's not really that cold because you live in a much colder climate, but I love the heat. And I thrive in really warm, sunshiny environments. I just always have. So for me, anything below 50 degrees is cold. And I know some of you are like, really? Really? Because it's in the negatives. Really? Because it's like 1 degree here. And I get that. And I know that that's cold for you. That would be absolutely unbearable for me. I grew up in the Northeast. I was born in Georgia, but we moved around a lot, and I spent most of my life living in Pennsylvania, where I swear to you, it's winter like 6 months out of the year, and I can't do that because I just really can't do the cold. But I did live in really cold areas for parts of my life. I just can't do that anymore. So the fact that LA has been like cold, 50 degrees or below, and rainy, it was just not helpful for me. And I know some of you are judging me. It's fine, I can handle it. But yeah. And then I wrote down that I wasn't sure exactly what the Sun card was trying to tell me, but I do feel disconnected from my inner child, and I do feel disconnected from my happiness. So Spirit was basically telling me that I need to reconnect with my inner child and reconnect with what does make me happy, because I haven't been doing that. And by not connecting with what makes me happy and not connecting with my inner child, that energy is not serving me. It serves everyone else, but not me, which is also something that I've been having to work through, because I feel like I always show up for everybody else, or I try to be of service for everybody else, but I have to be there for myself first. So yeah. Moving on, the next question is, how can I let go and release this energy? And I pulled the Ace of Wands. And so that was telling me, in order to let go and release this energy that I've been in recently, that I'm going to have to try something new. Try a new way of doing things, try a new way of thinking, just try something new. But also to go towards what I'm passionate about. And also the Ace of Wands could be telling me that in order to release and let go of this energy, that I need to exercise, work out more, dance, move my body, draw, paint, color, do makeup, that type of thing. That will help me to let go and release the energy that I've been in recently, which made sense to me. And then the last question is, what can I learn during this cycle? And what that question is talking about is this moon cycle. So for the next 30 days, from this full moon to the next full moon, what can I learn during this cycle? And I pulled the Tower. And this is funny because this is one of the only cards that immediately clicked to me, where I was like, oh, this is what I can learn. But everything else just didn't make too much sense. And what Spirit was saying that I can learn during this cycle is that sometimes chaos, storms, and destruction are truly for our highest good. And sometimes storms come through to clear our path. And I wrote down that I can learn to just go with the flow of life and detach. Whatever will be is going to happen anyway. And then Spirit was telling me that I can control what I can control and leave the rest to the universe. So what can I control? My actions, my reactions, my thoughts. Right. Yeah. So that's that. That was my own personal poll. Thanks for listening. But I feel like by me telling you guys that, it also is helpful for some of you because it makes sense for some of you as well. If it's me, it's some of you too. But now I'm going to pull cards for all 6 of those questions for you. So let's do it. This is an incense. I don't remember which one this is. I mixed 2 of them. I have a coffee Arabica one, Arabica, however you pronounce that, and an aqua breeze. So it kind of smells like ocean and coffee at the same time. We love that. A little sea coffee, if you will. So yeah, let's pull cards now for you. This is collective. It resonated for you too, Trish. Love that. Now we're gonna do the collective part where I pull a card for each of you guys for each of these questions for this Virgo full moon. So the first question is, where are you right now? Where is collective right now, Spirit? I'm seeing the 4 of Wands. It's kind of like sticking here. Some of you might be thinking about moving or relocating, or you're thinking about like how to make home feel like more home, if that makes sense. Something about like stability is coming up here. But let's see, what's the card for collective? Where is collective at right now? King of Swords. It's funny because I feel like we're all in this masculine energy, regardless of your gender. I don't read gender, I just read the energy, but the King of Swords is showing up, and I pulled the Emperor card for myself. It's currently 222, by the way. The time is 222, I just saw that. We're in this masculine energy, which for some of us might be a little bit difficult. But what I was first getting with this King of Swords energy, where you're at right now, is being honest with yourself. The King of Swords is very honest. So you're in this energy of needing to be honest with yourself or just being honest with yourself. It's like kind of checking in with yourself. How am I feeling? Am I in the right job for me? Am I in the right environment for me? Am I happy with these relationships that I have? Am I happy with these friendships that I have? Am I giving myself time and space to heal, to reflect, to learn, etc.? So that's kind of what it feels like right now. You're in this energy of being honest with yourself, with the King of Swords. Yeah. The King of Swords is also Aquarius. Every time I pull this card, I get Aquarius energy. So you could be an Aquarius or have Aqua in your chart that's significant, but you don't have to. This is really giving me this energy of kind of going your own way and creating your own path. That's where you're at right now. Because Aquarius is known as like the rebel in the tarot, or in the tarot and in astrology. They're known as like the rebel, the trendsetter, the quote unquote weird one. And so some of you are in this Aquarius energy of like creating a new life for yourself and choosing a path that works best for you, regardless if other people agree with that, or regardless if people think that that's a good idea or not. You're kind of choosing yourself and choosing what works best for you first and foremost, which is amazing. I really think that that's the advice from Spirit, is to be making sure that you're checking in with yourself and to be choosing what works best for you and not listening to outside noise, not even really asking other people for their opinions, which you can, but also keep in mind that it's your life. So at the end of the day, you have the final say and you have the final decision here. So make sure that you're choosing what feels best to you and what you think is going to be best for you long term, regardless of the opinions of others. Yeah? The King of Swords with this sword energy is also giving me this energy of detaching and kind of cutting things out. So right now you guys could be in this energy of cutting people off from your life or cutting things out of your life. This could be like food. This could be content that you're consuming, media that you're consuming. Maybe you're no longer watching the news. Maybe you're no longer listening to a certain type of content or a certain type of thing because something is not resonating with you guys anymore. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. You're in this energy of being honest with yourself and trying to make decisions that are best for you. I'm also seeing, is it like a cornfield or like a corn maze? I'm seeing some of you, like, I'm getting this visual of someone just like walking through a cornfield and like chopping down all of the corn to like create an open space or to create a clearer path for yourself. So that's the energy that you're in right now. It's kind of like cutting everything away, clearing everything out so that you have a path for yourself, if that makes sense. The words are not coming to me today, so bear with me. But that's the first card, so that's where you're at right now. You're in this King of Swords energy. What's influencing collective? What is influencing the collective at this time? Page of Swords. And I pulled this for myself last month, and to me, what it meant for me last month is that I was allowing what I was viewing on social media to influence me. So some of you may be being influenced by influencers. And I'm getting that for some of you that's changing because you're no longer resonating with certain people, or you just feel like certain vocabulary doesn't align with you anymore. Certain things that people are trying to influence just isn't working for you anymore. I think that's also why I have been so detached from TikTok, because it really feels like it's just about TikTok shop now, and it's like every other video is an ad and every other video is about buy this from me, buy this for me. But the thing is, I feel like some of these people are not actually taking the time to use the product or to learn about the product. They're just seeing dollar signs. And so they're like, oh, I can get this product in, I can post a video about it, I can make commission off of it, done. That works for me, I make my money, I'm on to the next situation, I'm on to the next product. But that hurts the consumer, right? Because then the consumer is not receiving an accurate product review, and then the consumer isn't feeling like that influencer is authentic or that influencer is genuine because they just cared about the dollar signs, they just cared about the paycheck. So some of you might be noticing that like some people that you're seeing online just don't resonate with you anymore with the Page of Swords. That was what it was representing for me last month. So social media people could be influencing you. And it doesn't just have to be like influencers. It could just be like you scrolling through Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, and you're seeing videos of people living a life that you wish that you had. And that could be making you feel worse because you're not there yet. So it's like a comparison thing. That could be influencing certain choices that you're making or certain thoughts that you're having as well. That's really all I'm getting from the Page of Swords for what's influencing you. But some of you could be wanting to go back to school, or maybe you just did recently go back to school. The Page of Swords is usually like a student as well. So you don't have to be school age, or you don't have to be going back to school, but this represents like learning something new or starting like something new. Maybe some of you are starting a new job or a new career path. And so that's really influencing you right now. This is also like a beginner, student, novice kind of an energy. So some of you may be feeling like less than or not good enough because you're in this energy of being the novice, which is fine. Everybody has to start from the beginning, right? You don't just like wake up and have the $1 million, the dream life, the dream home, the dream career. It doesn't just work that way. You have to like build yourself up. You have to learn about it. So some of you might be like the new guy or the new girl or the new person, and that could be influencing you because you're feeling like less than. That's really what I'm seeing here. That could be influencing your decisions or your choices, but also social media and what you're seeing on TV, what you're seeing in the news, what you're seeing online could be influencing you as well. Okay, what has collective created since the last new moon? What has collective created since the last new moon? 5 of Cups. Yeah. So it's not just me who's going through it. It's not just me who's going through it. You guys are definitely going through this too. The Five of Cups represents some sort of loss or disappointment. So in the past 2 or 3 weeks, some of you may have experienced some sort of loss or disappointment in life. But the Five of Cups also represents this message to not cry over spilled milk. I'm getting this message of, it's a Dr. Seuss quote, I think. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. So some of you are purging out losses or purging out past situations to make space for new things, to make space for new people, new experiences, new adventures, etc. In this card, there's the 3 cups that have spilled, that have fallen, which represents the loss or the disappointment. And this character is still looking at them, which is fine because you have to take time to grieve. You have to take time to acknowledge what it is that you've lost. But there's also 2 cups behind this character that are still full. So this represents what there is to look forward to in life. So you've created some sort of new beginning or new chapter for yourself to look forward to over the past few weeks by losing something or by being disappointed by something. I'm also getting something about rejection, but rejection is always redirection and rejection is always protection. So over the past few weeks, some of you may have experienced some sort of rejection from something, from a person, from a job, from yourself, from whatever, but it's actually creating a new beginning for yourself. And the other day I posted on Instagram this quote, sometimes you don't get what you want because you deserve something better. So if you didn't get something that you thought you wanted, it's only because you deserve something better, right? Okay, let's move on. What is no longer serving the collective? What is no longer serving collective at this time? I saw the Devil, but we'll wait for something to come out. There could be some of you working through some sort of like codependency or addictions or bad habits, and I'm not here to call you out or judge you because I don't like that energy. I don't like to be judged or criticized harshly, so I would never do that to you. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. But some of you may be identifying some sort of bad habits that you've been perpetuating. I can't think of the right word, but some of you could be identifying some sort of bad habits within yourself and you're like, okay, I don't really want to eat like this anymore. I don't really want to smoke cigarettes anymore. I don't really want to vape anymore. I don't really want to do this or that anymore because I know that this is a bad habit for me. So you're aware of it now and you're trying to let go of it. That's what I'm seeing for some of you. Yeah, there's this honesty energy. You're being very honest with yourself. But remember not to be too hard on yourself, okay? Because we are our own worst enemies and we are our own hardest critic, okay? Some of you, I'm hearing like you needed that bad habit when you needed it because it helped you cope through something, right? So try not to be too hard on yourself, but I really am feeling this energy of like honesty. Like some of you are getting to the root of your problems with the truth and with being honest with yourself. You're like, okay, I know this doesn't work for me anymore. I know I have to cut it out. Let's make strides towards healing. Let's make strides towards removing this from my life instead of continuing with this bad habit over and over and over again, right? But let's see what the card is. What is no longer serving collective? The Eight of Swords. For some of you, self-doubt is no longer serving you. And your guides are asking you to remove the self-doubt. The Eight of Swords always gives self-doubt, self-sabotage energy to me. And we were just talking about how you're your own worst enemy and you're your own hardest critic. That's not serving you anymore. Maybe it did serve you in the past because it led you here, but right now, that doubt of self is not serving you anymore. Okay. The next question is, how can you let go and release this energy? So the next card we pull will help with advice and guidance on how you can release and let go of the self-doubt and of the self-sabotage energy. But I just want to focus on this card for a second. I'm also getting something about repetition with this. Some of you are doing the same thing every single day and it's not serving you anymore. And I think that you know it's not serving you anymore. You're like, this routine doesn't work for me anymore. this job doesn't work for me anymore, this relationship doesn't work for anymore. It just feels like it's mundane or it's the same thing over and over again. And I feel like some of you are craving some sort of like newness or some sort of adventure or expansion and growth, and you're not seeing it in your current circumstances. I was also getting something about mindset and words that you're using may not be serving you anymore. So it may be time to change the words that you're using towards yourself, especially. This really feels like a lot of self work that we're doing here. So some of you may not be speaking to yourself the best. And I've been relating to this too, but what I do is I allow myself to have the thought. I allow myself to have the negative thought because it happens, right? We're all going to think things about ourselves that may not be true, but it happens. So allow yourself to have the negative thought, but once you have the negative thought, try to catch yourself and then try to reframe it with something more positive, right? So sometimes you're going to have thoughts that you are less than or that you aren't good enough. That's real. That's the human experience. Allow yourself to have that thought, but then catch yourself afterwards and reprogram, reframe. So instead of, what I feel like I'm really getting here is like toxic positivity. Some people may be preaching a form of like toxic positivity onto you, or maybe you're even doing this to yourself where you're like, I can't have these thoughts. Not it getting dark and dim all of a sudden. That's strange. But some of you are having these thoughts and you're like, no, I can't think like that. No, I can't have these thoughts. And I feel like that's actually hurting you more than it's helping you. So the advice that I'm getting is to allow yourself to have the negative thought at first, like I'm not good enough. And then catch yourself and be like, wait, that's not true. I know that's not true. I know that's just me perpetuating the cycle of self-doubt. I know that that's just me perpetuating the cycle of self-sabotage. I know that it's easier for me to say and think that I'm not good enough, but that's not true. I am good enough. And then start giving yourself reasons why you are good enough, right? And baseline, you're breathing, you're existing, you're still here, and that makes you good enough, period. But others of you, like, you do have really great qualities about yourself, and it's time that you start pumping that into your thought process and into your mindset every single day. You're like, I'm a very caring person. I'm really kind. I'm very smart. I have this talent. I have that talent. I'm a good cook. Things like that. I'm a good friend. Like, those are all reasons that you are good enough. So allow yourself to have the negative thought. Know that that negative thought is no longer serving you. Reframe it with something more positive, and then tell yourself why you are good enough. And that's just an example. But okay, let's keep it moving. So the Eight of Swords is no longer serving you. You're getting honest with yourself about that. How can you let go and release this energy? Judgment. Some of you, you're being asked to like release it to a higher power. If you believe in God, angels, things like that, release the self-doubt and release these negative thoughts to a higher power. I'm hearing Archangel Michael specifically. So some of you may work with Archangel Michael, or that could resonate for some reason, but I'm getting something about like give it up to a higher power. Maybe pray if you're into prayer. But judgment is so interesting. I'm also getting something about comparing yourself to other people. I feel like it's so common and so easy to compare yourself to other people when it looks like they're doing better than you. But what about comparing yourself to other people who are right at your level? You know what I mean? Where with this situation that I've been going through lately, I'm learning that the more that I just kind of show up and talk to people about what I'm going through and what I'm thinking, I don't need advice or guidance or someone to come in and save me and help me, because I just don't need that. Sometimes I just need to like vent and talk about things. And then I find that there are other people going through the same thing as me. So that could be good for some of you as well, to just kind of like talk about what you're going through, find a community, find other people that are going through what you're going through, and compare yourself to them, right? That's the type of thing that I'm getting here. Instead of comparing yourself to people who may have more than you or may look like they have more than you, because that's creating some sort of like self-sabotage energy. Compare yourself to people who are right at your energy, right at your level. I also do think that comparison is the thief of joy, so I find it very interesting that that's the advice that I'm getting from this, is to compare yourself to people. But I think it also makes sense because it's like we are all going through similar things. A lot of us are going through similar things at the same time, so it could be helpful to remind you that you're not the only one going through this. Remind you that there are other people who are experiencing what you're experiencing, and it can help you feel like you belong, or it can help you feel like you're okay because there are other people who are going through it too. That's what I'm really getting with this comparison energy, but I know that it's kind of like weird. It's like a weird thing that I'm picking up on. And how can you let go and release this energy? Self-reflection. The Judgment card shows up when you're either in a period of self-reflection or when there's a period of self-reflection coming up. So how can you release and let go of this Eight of Swords energy? Self-reflection. Maybe get the journal out. Maybe go back in your camera roll years ago to see what you used to look like, to see what you were doing years ago, and then you can compare it to where you are now, and you're going to see that a lot of you have come such a long way. But I think that we get so lost in the sauce, you know? Like, we get so lost in the everyday activities and the everyday routines that we forget, like, it was harder for some of us years ago. It was harder for some of us months ago, right? So that could be helpful too. And then also not judging yourself for where you're at, because we're all on our own individual separate journeys, and what's meant for you will never miss you. So try not to judge yourself too harshly right now. That can help you to let go and release this self-doubt, self-sabotage energy too. And I'm getting something about music as well could help you. Something about jazz music. It's been coming up for me all day. Some of you really like jazz music, or maybe you're in a jazz band, or you play like the saxophone, the trumpet, or you did. I don't know, that's coming up for me, but maybe jazz music could be helpful for you, or music in general could help you to release some of this energy. And for some of you, maybe listening to sad songs could help you to heal through whatever you're sad about. Or if you're trying to be more uplifting and positive, maybe find artists who create music that are very uplifting and positive, and words that you connect with and resonate with. I'm gonna throw Peachka out there because I love Peachka. Shout out Peachka, love her so much. The type of music she creates is considered like alchemy, but it's very high vibe. So if you don't know who Peachka is, I recommend that you go check Peachka out here on TikTok and on Spotify, wherever you can listen to music and stream music. Check Peachka out. She has some amazing songs, and her music is very high vibe, and the lyrics really resonate with a sense of like uplifting spirit. I love Peachka. It's so interesting that she's coming through right now. Hey. P spelling, thank you. Peachka is Peachkka. Peachkka. I feel like a lot of you will really like her. If you've never listened to Peachka's music, very high vibe. You'll really like her. She has really great flow too. If you like rap music and you like hip hop music too, she has a great flow. I really think that you'll like Peachka's music. And it's really good to dance to and to move your body. And moving the body helps to raise our vibration as well. So if you need some like dance music as well, check her out, okay? Free promo. She didn't ask for this, promise. She did not ask me to promote her on my page, but I just feel called to her music right now and sharing that with you guys, because I really feel like her music would be really helpful for some of you. So music could help you to let go and release some of the energy that you've been feeling too. Okay, lastly, you used to listen to her every day, but it's been a while. Yeah, you're welcome. She's in every single one of my playlists because I just need some Peachka in my life. Whenever I'm listening to music, I just need some Peachka. Okay, last card. What can collective learn during this cycle? So over the next 30 days, what are you going to be learning? What can collective learn over the next 30 days? Okay, we're seeing the Two of Cups, but I'm seeing it in the reverse. Hi. So let's see, upright or reversed? Okay, upright. What can you learn during this cycle? Over the next 30 days, I feel like you're going to learn how to be your own best friend. Sometimes this card can represent a relationship. So for some of you, sorry, my knees are hurting, but for some of you, there is going to be a relationship that enters your life in the next 30 days, and it does not have to be romantic. It could be a new friend, it could be a new mentor, it could be a family member, but I'm getting something about like a new relationship that's going to enter your life, that's going to teach you a lot, and that's going to help you grow. This is somebody who genuinely cares about you and likes you for you. And some of you, it will be romantic, but I'm not really picking up like a massive romantic vibe, so I feel like that's just for a select few of you. For most of you, I feel like this is going to be about learning how to be your own best friend. That's something you're going to learn over the next 30 days, being your own best friend. But also, there's going to be someone for some of you that comes into your life that is like a friend to you or is like a mentor to you that kind of helps pull you out of this funk. I really love that. And I feel like some of us really genuinely need that in our lives. I believe that the universe provides what you need at all times. I'm a firm believer of that, that the universe will always provide what it is that you need. Sometimes we think we need something, like a relationship to make us better, and that's probably why we don't have it, because we don't actually need it. Don't shoot the messenger. But in my own personal experience, like if I don't have something, I've learned that I genuinely do not need it, because if I needed it, I would have it. But this feels like over the next 30 days, there is some sort of relationship, friendship, mentorship that comes in because you genuinely need it to help you get out of this funk, to help you feel like yourself again, to help you believe in something again. That's what I'm seeing. But overall, what you can learn during this next 30 days is how to be your own best friend. Period. I love that. There is this like self-love aspect that I'm tapping into. Some of you are really learning how to love yourself. I just heard again. So some of you are learning how to love yourself again. And some of you are going to be finding happiness again within yourself or within things that you love. Which is something that I feel like I need too, because I'm like, where is the happiness? I feel like 3 years ago, I was in the same energy I'm in now. And I worked so hard to create happiness for myself and to become my own best friend. But now I'm in this energy where I'm like, where did the happiness go? Where did the joy go? So over the next 30 days, I feel like we're going to be tapping into that again, making ourselves happy again. I love that. Okay, so that's the full moon spread. I'm gonna pull a full moon oracle card, well, a moonology oracle card for the full moon, and we'll see. And then we'll see where I go after that. Thanks for being here. Thanks for letting me read your energy. I appreciate you. All right, spirit, angels, ancestors. What's the full moon card for the collective? Your commitment is being tested. Your commitment is being tested. I'm getting something about a plane. Some of you might have a trip coming up, or planes could be significant for some reason. Somebody could be like a flight attendant or training to be a pilot, or maybe you are a pilot. I know that's only for like a select few, but I'm getting something about a plane. And I'm getting something about a journey. Your commitment to the path is being tested. Okay, that's making a little bit more sense to me. It's kind of like some of you are in this energy, and I can relate to this, of like wanting to give up because we aren't seeing the results, because we aren't feeling our best, because we've been sick, because it's been a long journey and we're waiting, and it's like, I don't want to keep going. And I can really relate to this. So if this is you, know that it's me too. But Spirit is saying that your commitment is being tested. And I channeled this the other day. I wrote it down. You feel like you're running out of time because you are. but not in the way that you think. And that's what I'm really getting from this card. Your commitment to your journey, your healing journey, your spiritual journey, your career path, your life path is being tested right now. You feel like you're running out of time because you are, but not in the way that you think. And what I got from that really is that the old timeline is collapsing. There's like a past version of you that's dying and that's clinging on for dear life to come with you into this new timeline or into this new life. And so some of you, that's where this whole idea of like wanting to give up is coming from, and this whole idea that you're running out of time, it's coming from the version of you that no longer serves you, that's trying to cling on for dear life to come with you into this new chapter. And that makes so much sense to me, because I feel like we're in this energy of purging out what no longer serves us from ourselves, and we're stepping into the new timeline. We're stepping into our new life, right? Spirit said 30 days from today, your new life starts. But you can't bring everybody with you, and you can't bring every aspect of yourself with you. So that's what's going on right now. This part of you that's leaving or being purged out really wants to stay, but it knows that it can't, and you also know that it can't, so that's why it feels like you're being tested. But I feel like you're not being tested, honestly. I really don't. It may seem that way, but I really feel like you're not actually being tested. But knowing that the past version of you is trying to cling on could be very helpful, because I feel like that's not really you anymore. You're not actually running out of time, but the old version of you is running out of time, because 30 days from today, that version of you no longer exists. That version of you that doesn't serve you anymore no longer exists. Those bad habits, done. Yeah. Got it. Okay. Bottom of the deck is bring love into the situation. Pour into yourself right now. Be your own best friend. I'm hearing you got a friend in me from Toy Story. That's cute. You got a friend in me. I'm also getting that singing would be really good for you guys right now. Maybe you love to sing, so do it more. Maybe you love to dance, so do it more. Something that you love to do more of that without any expectations for it. Let it just be what it is. You don't have to make money off of it. You don't have to be the best at it. You don't have to share it on social media. Just let it be what it is. If you love to sing, sing for yourself. Sing in the shower, sing in the car, sing randomly, whatever. But if you do want to share it with the world, feel free. You know what I mean? Like if you do want to post it on social media, go for it. Who cares if people judge you? You never know who's listening, and you never know who's watching. There may be people who judge you, sure. There are people who judge me every single day. There are people who are judging me right now listening to this. I don't really care. And I feel like your advice is to not really care either, because you never know what could happen. You might get discovered by somebody, or you might just find love within yourself again because you're allowing yourself to do things that you love, right? Okay. I miss this energy too. I love you too. Hi. That's it. That's what I have. I think you're amazing too, Rainy. Thank you for saying that. Thanks, guys, for allowing me to just sit here and read the cards. Whatever comes out is whatever comes out. I love you too. Arika? Oh, Cedric, it's good to see you. You're so welcome. I missed you too, Michelle. I felt called to go live today. I really did. I'm gonna do a teaching tarot series next week. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I'm not fully prepared, and the cold sore was bugging me. I felt so embarrassed, like I couldn't come on live or I couldn't show my face because I had a cold sore, which I again know is not true, but the way my mind works is the way my mind works. So I just wasn't ready to go live yesterday, but I'm going to be doing the teaching tarot series starting next week on Monday. Monday, 11 a.m. PST. I will be live on TikTok teaching tarot. Part 1 is going to be the major arcana. I'm going to break it up so that it's not too much information at once. We're going to start with the intro to tarot. I'm going to tell you my story, how I got into tarot, and then I'm going to break down the major arcana for the first live stream session. And then after, I will post the replay on YouTube. So if you can't make the TikTok live stream, not a problem. I will post the replay on YouTube. My YouTube is at Chandler Mastin 333. It's linked in my bio here on TikTok if you do want to go check that out. So I will post the replays if you can't be there, or if you just want to like watch it back sometime and like take notes for yourself. So that'll be Monday. I'm going to go over the major arcana, the intro to tarot, and tell you how I got into it. And then we'll go from there. I want to do Monday and Friday until we're done with it. So my goal is to do Monday, major arcana, Friday, pick one of the suits. I'm going to break it down by the suits of the minor arcana after. So we'll do cups, wands, pentacles, swords, break it all down. I'm going to do it Monday and Friday until we're done. Oh, you wanted to learn tarot? Well, perfect. I'm here to help. I'm here to share with you whatever knowledge that I have and whatever knowledge I've been able to like gather and research. Yes, may we all receive our wishes in the next 30 days. We love collective magic. I love that energy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, something in me has been like calling me to share what I know. So I'm gonna teach what I can. But I'm also like, I'm not a teacher and I'm not like a know-it-all. I don't know everything, obviously, but I guess I can share with you what it is that I do know and what it is that I've learned over the years, because I've been reading tarot for 6 years now, I think. Yeah, I started reading in 2018. I was introduced to tarot in 2017, but I started reading it for myself in 2018, and then I started reading for others in around the end of 2020 and into 2021. So I read for myself for the first 2 years. And that's why it's always so interesting to me that I actually have like a career and a path in tarot, because this was never a part of my plan. This is never something that I thought I was going to be doing. I got into tarot for myself, to help myself learn more about myself, because I knew that I was just like struggling. And I've dealt with depression since I was a kid, and church didn't ever work for me. Therapy doesn't work for me. Some things that work for other people just didn't work for me. And then I discovered tarot, and I was able to help myself through the imagery, through the meanings, through communicating with my spirit team. And now I feel like we're at a level where I can share with you what it is that I have learned. At least that's the nudge I've been getting from spirit. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I also don't want it to be one of those like courses that you have to pay like $100 or $400 over a time period to get. Like, obviously I have to make money in order to pay my bills and support myself, but like, I don't know. I just trust that the money will come. I just trust that the universe will provide, and it always does. So I'm not tripping. So it'll be free, completely free for you to watch and rewatch and take notes on. But I probably could turn it into like a course that people paid for. I just don't want to do that. It's good to see you too. Yeah, you're giving back. It's very charitable and generous of me. I feel like I do need to give back somewhat. I've just been trying to get myself into an energy of being able to be of service, which means that I have to be of service to myself first, and I have to heal myself first. But my body is starting to feel healthier, thankfully. 30 days. In 30 days starts the new life. Yeah, you're welcome, Leo goddess. I feel you, the funds are tight. I feel that. What goes around comes around. Very true. Very, very true. What you put out comes back. What you give is what you get. I also was shuffling. I'm just gonna go through whatever messages I've been channeling and like get them out. Some of you are going to get an invite this weekend or next weekend. I guess it depends on when you're listening to this, but I'm getting that you're going to get an invite to an event that some of you at first are going to want to decline because maybe you just want to like stay inside, or maybe you just want to like isolate yourself. But I'm getting that this invite is something that's going to actually be really good for you. So your spirit team is kind of asking you to go. So if you do receive some sort of invite to an event or to like a hangout or something like that, go. Even if it's just for a little bit. I understand that some of you are, your social battery may not be completely charged right now, can relate to that. So at least go for a little bit, go for like an hour, go for a few hours, feel out the vibes. And then if you really do want to leave, you can leave after that. But I am getting something about an invite coming through that you're going to actually really want to go to. And for some of you, this is like an invite to an important event that is going to help you like network, or it's going to help you to meet the right people so that you can get your work in front of the right people, so that you can get your name in front of the right people. So take that how it resonates. But I am getting something about like an invitation to leave your house, to go to some sort of event or to hang out with friends even. Go, at least for a little bit. And for some of you, I'm getting that you're anticipating that you want to stay alone, that you want to isolate. But I'm getting that if you actually do go, your energy will be expanded. You know how sometimes when you're around the wrong people, your energy can be very drained? It can be very draining to be around the wrong kinds of people. But I'm getting that this invite is putting you around the right kind of people, so it actually helps your energy to grow. It actually gives you energy and breathes life into you, as opposed to draining your energy if you're around the wrong people. This is like a good situation that your spirit team wants you to go to because it's going to raise your vibration. That's what I was channeling. Also, be careful with hot surfaces. And I was channeling this for like 2 days straight and I ignored it. And every time I ignore the messages that come through from my spirit team, it ends up happening to me. So if you just don't ignore this message, be careful around hot surfaces. Make sure that you're using an oven mitt. Be mindful of the fire. Just be careful around hot surfaces like your oven, your stove, air fryer, microwave, candles, because I burnt myself yesterday. And it's fine, it's okay. It stung for a few hours and I have like a little welt, but it's no big deal. Just be careful around hot surfaces because you might burn yourself. So just be mindful of that. You burnt your finger already. Yeah. Okay, so it's not just me. Thank you, Gabriella. I'm returning the love. I appreciate you. You just burnt yourself? Good God. I'm sorry. You went tanning and burnt your lips? You work in the sauna? Yeah. So you can see that some of us have already gotten burnt from things. So just be careful, because it seems like it's in the energy to burn yourself or to like accidentally touch something that's way too hot. Just be careful around hot surfaces, okay? Use your little pot holders. Be careful. Mother Chan. Yeah, it's the Cancer moon in me, really. It's the Cancer moon that's like, I'm your mom. Let me give you motherly advice. Burnt emotionally or physically? I was getting physically, like actually hot to the touch. We hope it's not emotionally. Hi, Leah. Hi, Kristen. Water moons, yeah. You're also a Cancer moon, I love that. It's the mom in me. Guess I'll DoorDash, no cooking. You can cook still, just be careful. Just be careful. I'm also hearing make sure you set a timer. Make sure you set a timer. Sometimes I forget to set timers too, and then you come back and the food is burnt. Yeah, make sure you set a timer. Armida, I heard it was a good decision. You just broke up with your boyfriend, you don't know if it's a good choice or not. I heard it was a good decision. Yeah, I've been reading for the collective. I'm not doing anything personal right now. Personal readings will be back March 6th. That's coming up very soon. March 6th, I'll be doing personal readings again. Leah, the answer is yes. But you have to believe that it's going to get better. March 6th, yeah. I'm gonna do pre-recorded readings like I usually do, but I'm also going to offer Google Meet, like face-to-face kind of readings. I'm just not sure about how we're gonna go about that yet. For the Google Meet, like FaceTime type of readings, you're probably going to have to email me or DM me to set that up so that I can send you the link to the Google Meet. Because I don't have a way to like make that available right now. Because I was working with a website and it just didn't work out. So we'll be figuring that out soon, but March 6th, personal readings will be back. And I might even do some on live again. I used to do that, so I might even do them on live again too. Hey, peppy little giant. Am I heard? No. Cedric, I feel like the answer to that is no, unfortunately. I was getting a no. Can you guys still see me? Because I just got age restricted, which means that somebody came through and reported the live, which is fine because whatever you send is going to come back to you. I'm not even worried about it. But the live just got age restricted. I just got like a really weird thing. Yeah, consuming substances featured in this live could harm your health. Whatever. The incense smoke got flagged. That's wild. When there are literal content creators who do coke on their live streams, but that doesn't seem to be a problem. Right. Right. The incense is what's harmful. Okay. Okay. Sure. Sure. I would love to believe that it's the AI automatic, but I don't think that it is. I really don't think that it is. I really think that there's people who don't like me or don't like tarot, astrology, spirituality, and they report the lives, which is fine. You do you. Just remember that whatever you cast upon others will always come back to you. So good luck with that. I just find that very interesting. Yeah, but I'm almost done, so it's fine. It's fine. It got age restricted, it is what it is. I already did the reading, I already got the messages out, so it's okay. Yeah, it's why people are so miserable, they keep doing stuff and it comes back to them. Yeah. But you can try and tell them that until you're blue in the face and they won't believe you. You're the devil. You're the problem. Like, no, babe. It's what you keep projecting outside of yourself that's bringing it back to you. And I promise, I don't do spell work. So the people who do this to me and then their life gets turned upside down think that it's me doing some sort of spell work in retaliation. It's not. I don't believe in return to sender. I don't do spell work on people. I let the universe balance the scales. So if you want to waste your energy and send it to me for free, thank you. I will just transmute it and turn it into health and beauty and success. I appreciate it. But just know that whatever you cast onto others will come back onto you. What goes around comes around. That's the law of karma. You can believe me or not, but it's true. It's true. Thank you, Joyce. Right. I don't have time for the negativity. You can keep it. You can keep your own negativity. Yes. Does the tarot reading work even if I'm from another country? Yes. If you're resonating with it, if it speaks to you, yes. Thank you, Mooresville PSAA. Right. I don't understand why some people are so hateful when like we're supposed to be united and full of love. Yeah, it is frustrating, but some people just are like that. Some people are just like that. And I used to be one of those people who like wanted to help them and like wanted to further explain things, but it doesn't really matter. You can only help those who help themselves. And some people don't want to listen and some people don't want to believe, and that's okay. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not here to make you believe what I believe. I am genuinely just a messenger. That's it. I'm just a messenger. If it speaks to you, it speaks to you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If you don't like it, that's okay. I'm never gonna force you to believe what I believe or think what I think. I would never do that. That's why I don't resonate with a lot of religions or people that try to have some sort of control over others. I don't resonate with that energy. I never have. I really firmly believe that everybody should be able to make their own decisions and like make their own choices and have control over their own life and control of their own path. The thing is, some people don't want that. Some people really do want others to be in control of them. Some people really do want other people to tell them what to do, where to go, who to talk to, blah, blah, blah. Make up the rules for them because it's easier that way for some people. And some people think that they want to be autonomous and they want to think for themselves until they actually get that life and they realize that it's hard, it's difficult to be autonomous and think for yourself and come up with your own rules and create for yourself. It's not easy. That's why not everybody is doing it. Some people like to be under control, and that's fine. Again, I'm not judging you. I'm not judging anybody. Do you have any good tips to block spell work? Me and my family are having trouble with it right now. So this is something that's been coming up for me recently. They're not actually attacking you. If you start asking questions like, why am I under attack? Why am I receiving this evil energy? Why is this happening to me? It gets really quiet. There's no answer because you're not actually under attack. It's you thinking that you're under attack that's perpetuating the cycle, that's actually creating whatever's happening in your circumstances. Nobody has free will in your reality. Therefore, nobody can actually send you spell work and it work on you. Nobody can actually do that to you unless you believe that it's working. So hopefully that helps. You could get an evil eye necklace or an evil eye bracelet if you feel called to that. You could do an egg cleanse if you like that. You can cleanse the energy with like Palo Santo, sage, some sort of smoke cleanse if you're into that as well. But I started having a conversation with my spirit team where I was like, what is spiritual warfare? The spirits are attacking me. Why are the spirits attacking me? Why am I being attacked? And then it gets really quiet and there's no answer because the spirits are not attacking you because you're not under any sort of attack. You just think that you are. So you're seeing a reflection of the thoughts. If you think that you are, then your brain is going to start looking for all of the reasons to back up that hypothesis. You know what I mean? Whereas if you just are like, I'm not under attack, nobody's attacking me, no one has free will in my reality, I'm chilling, your brain will start to look for that sort of a lifestyle. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. I went through a very dark period because I am all of a sudden in a period where I get to decide my path. Never thought that would happen. Yeah. But it's very empowering too. Yeah, you can do cord cutting rituals too if you feel called to that. The other day I scrolled across this just like cord cutting Reiki session for like 3 minutes, and I sat there. I let it do its thing. So if you want to, you can. But you don't have to do anything to get rid of this energy other than know that nobody has free will in your reality. Nobody has power over you unless you give them power over you. I don't care how powerful these warlocks or witches or people are. They can't manifest in your reality unless you give them power over you. I don't care if you're like some high level magician. I don't care if you're the highest level demon you can be. You don't have power over me, and you don't have power in my reality unless I give it to you. And I don't give it to you. You don't get to have free will in my reality. You just don't. Sorry. Move on to somebody else who you think that you can control, but it's not me. Which I find to be really funny. There's like this competitive energy where they like want to compete to have some sort of control over you, but I'm like, babe, focus on your own shit, because people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And if you're going to sit here and try to do spell work on other people, you should probably use that energy to better your own life, because preying on somebody else's downfall is only going to manifest the downfall of your own existence. Like, let's be so for real. Praying for somebody else to fail is only praying for yourself to fail. At the end of the day, it's the truth. And that's something I've been talking to Spirit about too lately. I think of myself as like a mirror or like a reflection. And if you give me good energy, then it'll come back to you multiplied. But if you send me negative energy, that's also going to come back to you, because it's a mirror. So it just bounces off of me. Unless I choose to take it on, unless I choose to give it power over me, which I don't. Not anymore. I used to. I used to think like, oh, I'm being hexed. Oh, there's all this spell work. Oh, spiritual attack. Oh, spiritual warfare. Yeah. And then I started asking questions. So ask questions. God, why am I under spiritual attack? Spirit, why are you attacking me? Spirit, where are these hexes coming from? Where is the spell word coming from? And then it gets quiet. And then everything just stops. And then you realize, oh, Spirit isn't attacking me. Spirit's not here to attack me. Spirit's here to help me grow, to help me ascend and evolve and learn my lessons. I've been wishing good consciousness for my challengers, focusing it on myself first, of course. Yeah, I love that, Dee. I always wish these people well. Always. You could literally hate me, and you could literally be wishing for me to die, and I'm still gonna wish you well, babe. Because I know that my consciousness is eternal. I am more than just this physical body. You can't break my soul. You can't kill my consciousness. So I'm just gonna wish you well, and I hope that you figure it out. And I'm sending you love and wishing all the best for you. Which also, they hate that shit. So funny to me. Because I'm not on their side, because I'm not hating people and wishing people to die and wishing people to fail. So I'm not on their side. So they hate me. So they send me hatred and they send me anger, and I transmute it into love. And the universe sends them back exactly what they've sent to me, because that's the law of karma. So sending the anger, sending the hatred, it's only bringing it back to them naturally through nature. I don't do anything. I just live my life. That's it. I don't have time or energy to do return to senders or to do magic or spell work on people. I just don't. I find that to be very pointless, especially when you can use the energy to make your life better, right? How miserable can you be that you have to try to tear everybody else down when you could use the magic and the energy to make your life better? Like, be so for real. Just think about it for a second. The sad thing is that some of these people who are out here doing spell work to try to ruin other people's lives, they actually are very powerful individuals, right? And so they could be using this energy to make their lives so much better. They could be using this energy to be leaders in their community, to be good people, to help heal the collective, to share their wisdom and their knowledge with others, and to make their life better. Instead, they're wasting their power trying to tear others down. To me, that's a waste. But like, if that makes you feel good and that helps you sleep at night, then you do you. You do. I'm still gonna wish you well. I'm still gonna wish you well. Yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. Let's do one final card reading before I leave, because I feel like it. And then I'm gonna make myself a little bit of lunch. I might go for a little walk. We'll see. Oh, the Alani was your sign to stay. I love that. I needed some energy today. I just felt like I needed a quick little energy drink. I don't drink them very often, but every once in a while. And today was one of those days where I was like, let's get some energy. But it's interesting when you look into your own shadows. But it is interesting when you look into your own shadows, yes. Yes. I'm in LA. Where are you? I'm in LA. Caffeine is your guilty pleasure. Hey, whatever works for you. Trying to lay off of them yourself. If that's what you feel like you need, Mary, then that's what you feel like you need. Chocolate cake. That does sound good. Baby Cakes is from Ireland. Hi from Ireland. It's 3:21 here. So yeah, it's like a late lunch. I haven't eaten today. I had like a yogurt and some blueberries and this Alani. But my appetite has been shot for like the past few weeks. So I just eat whenever my body tells me that it's hungry, and I feel like I'm getting to that point where we're ready for some sort of lunch. It's gonna be a late lunch, but that's fine. That's okay. Allie, I can't answer that question because I haven't experienced that, so I don't want to give you anything that I haven't experienced. Thanks, Cedric. I appreciate you. Sending you love back. Okay, let's get one last final card reading, and then we'll leave. BRB, going to get my cake. I feel like people don't say BRB anymore, you're right. There are big shifts in astrology right now. I've been feeling that too. Thank you for saying I give the best advice. That's so nice. That's so sweet. It's not meant to be Viennette or Viennette. Why does everything keep failing, literally? I feel like it's also a perspective. You think that everything keeps failing, so you keep perpetuating a cycle that things are continuing to fail. So you're only looking for things to fail because everything, quote unquote, keeps failing. But I also feel like whatever was failing was not meant for you. Rejection is always redirection and protection. But there could be like a mindset or perspective shift that you're being asked to make here. And instead of thinking that everything is failing or that everything is failing or you're being rejected from everything, try to find the positive in it. Try to spin the narrative so that your brain starts to look for success, for growth, for happiness. It's easier said than done, but that's what I was getting. Sunny D, feels like you need to relocate for a new start. If that's what you need, then that's what you feel like you need. Shyke, S-H-Y-K-E, I got yes, they will. I was actually getting a lot about apologies, like on a collective scale. I've been channeling something about it's the season for forgiveness. March. March is bringing a lot of forgiveness and apologies that are actually sincere. And I feel like some of you have heard this over and over again, so you may not believe it, and that's fine. But I don't think you've heard it from me, first of all. So try to disconnect me from other messages that you've heard, or disconnect me from other readers that you've listened to. I just channeled this message this week that there are apologies coming in from people, and they do mean it. This does not mean you have to take these people back into your life. It does not mean that. But some of you, there are actually going to be apologies from people. And for some of you, it's people that you expected to never give you an apology. Like, you never thought these people were ever going to apologize. And something in the energy is bringing them forward with an apology, and they're sincere and they mean it. Some of them, they do have an ulterior motive. It doesn't feel manipulative, but it does feel like the intention behind the apology is to reconnect with you. So that's going to be a choice that some of us are going to have to make in the month of March, whether we allow these people back into our life. Because I do feel like we're going to accept the apology, we're going to be open to hearing them out, because I feel like that's what they need, and that's what spirit and the universe is asking us to do, is to just be open and receptive to the apology, because they are sincere and they mean it. But that doesn't mean we have to accept people back into our lives. It could be a form of closure for some people, and for some, you may reconnect with people because they give you an apology. But just know that some of these people, they have the intent behind their apology to reconnect with you, to get back into your life. And if that works for you and that fits into your timeline, into your plans, that's amazing, and I'm happy for you. But if it doesn't, that's also amazing, and I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? You get to have the choice here whether you accept somebody back into your life or not. But I do feel that there are going to be apologies coming through in the month of March from people who are sincere and they mean it. They've actually looked at themselves. They've recognized where they went wrong. They're learning to take accountability for their actions, for their words, for their choices. And they're also realizing that it takes two to tango. You know what I mean? Because some people love to get out of relationships or get out of situations and immediately blame and play the victim. And you can only do that for so long before you have to look at yourself and see how you also played a role in that situation. And now I'm not saying that like you're to blame or they're to blame. I don't love the blame game, but I think that it's important that we realize that it takes two to tango, right? And I think that that person is also, the person who's apologizing is also stepping back and seeing that like, it wasn't all your fault. You aren't the one to blame. You didn't do anything wrong. For some of you, you didn't do anything wrong. For some of you, you didn't do everything wrong, right? It's kind of like they made a choice to act the way that they did because they felt like you were doing something to them or you were to blame for a bunch of things, but now they're taking a step back and realizing like, oh, maybe I did play a role here. Maybe I do need to look at myself and take accountability for my actions, my words, my choices, etc. And they're realizing like, hey, I messed up. Let me take accountability for that. Let me apologize to you. So yeah, I'm seeing that happening in March for some people. Taz, I heard yes. Okay. I'm also getting something about a 3-year cycle is coming to a close. So in 30 days, your new life begins. And I'm also getting that a 3-year cycle comes to a close. So something from 2021 is coming to an end. I don't know what that means. Some of you might know what that means, but I am getting something about something's coming back from 3 years to be ended or to be severed, if that makes sense. Some 3-year cycle is coming to an end, and in 30 days, your new life begins. Yes, this is collective. I feel like I've been going through a lot for the past 3 years too, baby cakes, so that is actually very reassuring. Thank you, Spirit, for the message. Some 3-year cycle is coming to an end. Okay, collective. Last reading for collective, and then I'm going to get out of here. What's the energy? First house. Arrival. I'm hearing April showers bring May flowers. That's interesting. Deer could be significant to you, or maybe you need to look up the spirit animal meaning for deer. That could resonate for you. Or some of you are going to see a deer, and it's going to be some sort of sign from the universe for you. I'm getting something about a symbol of freedom. The deer could be a symbol of freedom, or horses could be a symbol of freedom. April showers bring May flowers. There's this like new you that's being born. I'm getting this like new you that's being born. The first house represents our personality, our self-image, how we present ourselves to the world. So I'm getting that some of you are, it's like a new you, but it's the real you, if that makes sense, that's coming out. It's authentic. You're being authentic. And that's the advice, is to remain authentic to yourself. I'm also getting this message that you're going to start feeling like yourself again, which is so healthy and so positive, I feel, because I feel like lately we haven't been feeling like ourselves. That's the energy I'm picking up. It's like we haven't really been feeling like ourselves. There's this energy of like trying to fake it until you can make it. And that's really how I started spirituality. Like, I'm gonna be so honest with you. I really was like a fake it till you make it kind of a person. And that does work for a while until the reality matches up with what you've been faking for so long. And then when you're met with that reality that you've been trying to create and you've been faking it for so long, it can be hard because you've been faking it to get to this point, and then you kind of have to like be honest with yourself and kind of check yourself in that moment. Does that make sense? So the way that I'm getting this is like, I really didn't love myself for a long time. And I know that a lot of you can relate to that too. I didn't love myself at all. I hated the way that I looked. I hated my body. I hated myself. Like, I really just didn't love myself for so long. And in 2018 is really when that started to change for me, because I started to decide like, I can continue to make these choices and I can continue to go down this path of not loving myself and of projecting all of this negativity and hatred onto myself, or I can try to do something about it. And I've always been one of those people who like wants to help myself. I don't like other people coming in and trying to like save me or help me, even though I know that it's important sometimes to receive help and support from others. I'm one of those people who really likes to be able to do it for myself or be able to figure it out for myself. So what I did in the beginning was a lot of like fake it till you make it type of an energy, where I would go into the mirror every day and I would start telling myself like, I love you. I think you're beautiful. I think you're handsome. I love my body. I love this part of my body. I love that part of my body. And I would just like say these things out loud to myself and think these things to myself in the mirror. And for a while I didn't believe it, but I kept telling myself, you need to keep saying these things and keep doing this, because over time it's going to help reprogram your subconscious mind. And over time you're going to start believing these things. 333. The time is 333 for me right now. So that's a synchronicity. But yeah. And it worked for a long time until I was put into situations where I had to kind of like prove to myself that I did love myself and prove to myself that I did think that I was beautiful and things like that. And those moments were kind of difficult for me because I had to like step back and realize that I've been faking it up until this point. And then I had to be like, okay, you can't keep faking it. You're at this point now where you are starting to love yourself. Let's believe it. Let's really believe it and make this an everyday thing instead of it just being like a, well, I'm gonna fake it till I make it type of a thing. Hopefully that makes sense. And I feel like some of you can relate to that too, where you're trying to speak more positively to yourself. You're going into the mirror, you're telling yourself, I'm meant for more, I'm beautiful, I love my body, I'm amazing, I am enough. And over time, you're going to start believing that if you don't already. And for some of you, you're at this point where like you are finally believing it. And I love that for you. But this first house is giving like a new you, but it's like the best version of you that's coming out. I'm hearing finally. Finally you get to be yourself, or finally you feel free or safe to be yourself and to be who you want to be. That's the energy that I'm pulling right now, and that's the energy that I see coming towards us in the collective. Especially since I got that message that in 30 days your new life begins, and there's a 3-year cycle coming to an end. Bottom of the deck is Virgo, and we're in the full moon in Virgo energy. And the 6th house is Virgo. Virgo rules the 6th house, and the 6th house talks about our everyday routines, and it talks about like the digestive system, your health, your gut. So that's a focus for some of us right now. Exercise, working on our diet, eating better, sleeping better, changing up our routines into something that works better for us, maybe going to sleep earlier, maybe getting up earlier, journaling, meditating, breath work, things like that. There is this focus here on like a new you that you're creating for yourself. And I'm seeing you like actually putting in the work. You're putting in the work to be the best version of yourself. And I think that's commendable. So go you, good job. Let's see what else is coming out here. I'm hearing something about wheat, W-H-E-A-T, wheat, or gluten-free. Some of you might be switching to like a gluten-free diet, or you're eating more wheat or something like that. I'm also seeing that some of you have a moon tattoo. It could be a crescent moon. You have a moon tattoo, or you're thinking about getting some sort of moon, star, sun tattoo. I was getting something else, but, oh, farming. Some of you might be farmers, or you might be growing your own crops, or you're thinking about this. Maybe you're gonna grow your own potatoes, your own tomatoes, something like that. The ground is starting to become more fertile for these things for some of us. So I'm getting like now is the time to plant those seeds. And that doesn't have to just be about the fruit and vegetables that I'm talking about. Although for some of you, I'm getting like a garden, you have a garden, or you're getting out into your garden more and you're planting like tomato seeds or something. But I'm getting like metaphorically speaking as well, now is the time to start planting seeds mentally, spiritually, for what you want to grow in the future. It's a really good time for you to start planting the seeds because the ground is becoming more fertile. Okay. Some of you might be farmers though, or you've been thinking about like moving to the countryside to like become a farmer, to farm your own land. Living off the earth is what I'm hearing. Okay. What else is coming out for collective? You have the tattoo and you just got a new job as a gardener. I love that. We're picking up on your energy. Ellen. Okay, what else is coming out for collective? Yeah, 9 of Pentacles, which is another Virgo card. It's kind of this energy of like getting your shit together. Like, that's what I'm seeing right now. Over the next 30 days, we're really in this energy of like watering the seeds that we want to grow and getting ourselves organized, coming up with a plan, a strategy, thinking towards what we want. I like this energy, and I keep getting this energy of like feeling like yourself again. You don't have to be a Virgo to resonate with this, by the way. I'm just seeing a lot of Virgo energy. So some of you might be Virgo suns, but you don't have to be. I'm just getting this energy of like getting your shit together. Getting back on track, feeling like yourself again, getting organized, getting your health together. I was channeling something about a health scare as well. And I'm not a doctor or a physician. I try to make that abundantly clear. But sometimes I do channel messages about health. Sometimes I do channel messages about death, and I just have to talk about them. But please see a physician if you feel like you need to. I'm getting something about a health scare recently, but you're fine. You're okay. You're going to be okay. It was supposed to be some sort of like wake-up call so that you would take better care of your health, or so that you would change your diet or change your routine or something like that. This could even be somebody around you. It doesn't have to be you, There could be somebody around you who had a health scare and it was supposed to be some sort of wake-up call for them so that they would take better care of themselves, or so that they would actually go see a doctor or see a physician or something like that. Some of you might be doctors or nurses or in the healthcare field as well. And I'm getting that you're helping people, like you're actually making a difference. Some of you have been thinking like, why am I in this field? Why am I doing something? I feel like I'm not helping. I feel like I'm not making an impact. And what I'm getting from this energy is that you very much are making an impact. And your spirit team wants you to know that you are helping people. I feel like I need this message too, in a really weird way. But it's like spirit wants you to know that you actually are making a difference and that you actually are helping people and you're impacting their lives. You're helping people to be more authentic. You're helping people to make healthier choices. You're helping people to be, did I say be more authentic? Yes. Let's not repeat myself, but there you go. Some of you, I feel like you needed to hear that you are making an impact in your field. It doesn't just have to be healthcare. For some of you it is though, but I'm getting that you are making an impact in your field or in your career with your work. You are making an impact. Birds could also be significant, like birds keep coming up to you or you keep seeing lots of birds. Some of you, birds might be coming up to your windowsill or up to your balcony as well. Birds could be significant. Oh, we're seeing the Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm getting 1 month from this card. And the Ace of Pentacles to me is always like 1 year in terms of like time frame. But I'm getting 1 month from today, your new life starts. Spirit just wants to keep hammering that home. 1 month from today, your new life starts. So over the next 30 days, you're spending a lot of time like organizing, planning, strategizing, getting into a routine that works for you. Yeah, there is this shift of energy. I like this. I really do. The Ace of Pentacles could also be a new job. Some of you, you did say that you just recently got a new job, so this is confirming that that's a part of your path right now. For others of you, you're going to be getting a new job, or you're going to be introduced to somebody who can help you make more money or can help you get your work out there more. I am getting something about that invite to an event that kind of comes out of nowhere, but it helps you to network. Some of you might be going to like a market or a fair or something like that. There could be like a job fair, but I'm also getting something about like a market. Maybe you're like a street vendor or you're going to be, and you're meeting the right people through that. I don't know. I'm also getting that some of you have business cards and you're handing them out to people, and you're going to be handing it out to somebody who can really help you. I'm also seeing something about like an upgrade in your finances with the Ace of Pentacles, which is amazing because the 9 of Pentacles plus the Ace of Pentacles equals the 10 of Pentacles. So I feel like this is a significant jump in someone's finances. The 10 of Pentacles is a lot of money. So some of you are going, there is this energy of like a big shift for some of you in 30 days. This is not going to be for everybody, but I'm channeling something like way out there where you may be struggling now and living like paycheck to paycheck and having to like rob Peter to pay Paul. If you know, you know, been there, done that. But it's going from that kind of an energy to having way more than enough. Like some of you are going to be put in positions where there's a lot more money available to you than what you're experiencing right now within 30 days for some of you, and for some of you within a year. Okay, if you're here listening to this and resonating with this, it's for you. Okay, I'm getting that you've been doing the work, and some of you have been waiting to see the results on the outside, but you are experiencing the change within, and so that change within is eventually going to be reflected to you. For some of you in 30 days, like a big jump. I'm getting something about some of you making like $2,000 a month to making like $15,000 or $20,000 a month. Like, that's the kind of jump that I'm seeing. And that's going to be literal for some of you. So I'm really happy for you. I love that for you. But it's not going to be literal for everybody, right? I just feel like there is some sort of like big jump in someone's finances here because you've been doing the internal work and it's going to start reflecting externally. That's what I'm seeing from these cards. For some of you, your business is going to be very successful. You're self-employed. Your business is going to be very successful. I see more people purchasing from you. I see people buying your services. Some of you may even have like a video. Maybe you post on TikTok or some sort of social media, like you just post a video to promote your product or to promote your services, and that one video like blows up. It may get like 100,000 views. It may get 1,000,000 views. It may get 10,000 views. Whatever is like substantial for you, right? We have to remember that everybody's on a different timeline here and everybody's experiencing different things at the same time. But it feels like there could be a video for some of you that you post, or just a post, it doesn't have to be a video, that brings in clientele. It shows you off to a lot of people, and then people are like, oh, I really like this person because you're authentic, because you've been doing this work to make sure that you are showing up authentically, and people respond to authenticity. And they're like, wow, this person's authentic, I wanna purchase from them. I wanna buy their stuff. I wanna support them because they're being authentic. I'm also seeing that within a year, there's going to be some people whose businesses completely fail because they've been inauthentic or disingenuine the entire time. That's interesting, but I don't want to tap into that. I really don't. That's not my business. But I am seeing that. Something about authenticity is going to be really important over the next 30 days and over the next year. People can really like see the authenticity. And people are going to want to support and invest in people where they feel like they're being authentic. And there's something about your authenticity that makes people want to buy from you if you do have your own business or you are selling some sort of services or something. And I'm also getting that for some of you, this is your sign to go independent or to create that business that you've been thinking of, because it's going to be very successful for you. Maybe not right away, but within a year, it's going to grow exponentially, is what I'm seeing. And for some of you, there is like a massive upgrade in finances in the next 30 days. So I love that for you. Congratulations. Anything else? 8 of Wands. Wow. The 8 of Wands represents exponential growth as well. And it also represents like things picking up for you again. And I'm getting that some of you have been like down and out, but you haven't given up yet. And your spirit team is so proud of you because there's been so many opportunities for you to give up or for you to quit, but you haven't yet. And you're going to see why you haven't very soon with the 8 of Wands. I'm getting something about a success story. Some of you are going to be sharing your success story, and I'm getting that the down and out part is something that you're going to be sharing with others to help inspire them, to help show them that they're not alone. It's going to be a part of your success story. So some of you who are in this down and out energy right now, I want you to try to like reframe the way that you're thinking about it. Instead of thinking like, oh, I'm down and out, oh, I should give up, oh, I'm failing. Think about it in terms of like the bigger picture and how it adds to your life story as a whole. Because you're not done yet. If you are in this down and out period, you're not done yet. You are going to get out of that. There is going to be some sort of success for you. And what you're going through right now is going to be a part of your success story. That's what I'm seeing. Okay. And then the 8 of Wands is also confirming to me that there is like a feeling like yourself again energy. Some of you have been lacking energy. Some of you have been lacking motivation or inspiration. And this is showing me that it's going to come in for you very soon, or it's going to come back for you very soon. I'm seeing that some of you are very creative, and you may not have had like time or energy to create recently, and maybe you've been really hard on yourself about that. But I'm getting that there is going to be an energy shift soon for you to create again, for you to feel inspired and motivated again. And for some of you, I'm getting that you were looking for external validation. This is your external validation, but also I'm getting that this is about you validating yourself. You don't need other people to validate your business. You don't need other people to validate your choices. You don't need other people to validate your lifestyle. This is about you validating yourself and seeing exponential growth because you're validating yourself. The universe is more than happy to validate you once you validate yourself. Once you fully commit to this path, the universe is more than happy to validate you and give the energy to you that you need to keep growing and evolving and ascending. So yeah, this is really good. In 30 days, your new life starts. You're gonna feel like yourself again, but I feel like you're going to feel like the best, most authentic version of yourself again. And maybe you've never felt that before. So for some of you, this could be like a new feeling, but I don't want you to think that it's like an imposter energy, because it's not. Some of you may struggle with imposter syndrome or not feeling good enough. And I'm getting that this energy shift that's coming in is going to be very authentic, but it just might be a new version of yourself that you're not fully used to. But you're not an imposter. This is really you. You really are capable, you really are good enough, and your success is inevitable. Point blank, period. Wow. That's amazing. I'm actually really glad that we did this reading to end off, because I feel like I needed that in a way, and I feel like I needed to just deliver that. So I hope you heard me. I hope that it resonated. I hope that it helped somebody out there. And this invite that's coming in is going to be so significant. This Three of Cups. There's some sort of invite coming in for some of you. Or maybe you applied to something and you're going to get an interview, or you're going to get a chance, you're going to get a call back. For some of you, this could have to do with like acting or theater or music. You're going to get a chance. Yeah, there's like a new contract. I leave the title card in here for like names, titles, contracts, deals, things like that. So some of you, that's happening. There's some sort of significant invitation that's coming in that's going to like help change your life and help upgrade your life. I keep getting that. I don't know what it's about. I'm not getting anything specific. So if you know, you know, you'll have to let me know, but that's what I'm seeing. Dance could also be significant too, yeah. Okay, that's what I have. That's what I got. We do need to dance. Maybe I'm gonna have a little dance night tonight. It'd be fun. I've been really wanting to work out again recently, but like the gym is just not doing it for me. I just don't resonate with like the gym. I really want to like weight lift and like do the routine in the gym, but sometimes it just doesn't work for me. And I also have social anxiety, believe it or not. And I don't want to go into the gym when there's a bunch of other people in the gym. I just don't. I don't. Whether they're judging me or not, I just don't want to do it. I don't fully know how to use all of the equipment. I don't fully know what I'm doing. So just like, let me figure it out on my own. But I like to be like alone or one of the only people in there. I don't mind if there are other people in the gym, just like not a bunch. You know what I'm saying? But I did recently find, someone just said at-home Pilates, great idea. But I did just recently find some creators on YouTube who make like HIIT workout type of a thing, or like Zumba workout type of videos, and they're like dance workouts, and I love that. I really do. Like I love to dance. That's something that I keep to myself, but I think that would be really good for me tonight. I'm gonna challenge some of you as well, that if you have the energy to do a dance workout tonight, find one on YouTube, or if you already have one that you like, let's do a little dance workout tonight, and we're gonna raise our vibration. It's gonna raise the vibration of the collective too, because it's not only raising our individual vibration, it's going to raise everybody's vibration who does it. So dance workout tonight. Tonight. I need to do that. That's a good idea. Yeah, you have social anxiety too, but they're a good exercise where you don't need weights and you can do it at home, 100%. And I know that. And I'm gonna do that. Baila, sí. Get out of my head, I literally thought about needing to do a dance video earlier today. We're connected. You came to the right place. Did I post on my Virgo channel? I did. I posted a full moon I posted a full moon reading on my Virgo channel today. So if you're a Virgo or have Virgo placements, or you just want to check out more content from me, I have a Virgo channel on YouTube. It's called Another Virgo Channel. I also have a YouTube channel that's for like the collective, so any sign, everybody, and that's Chandler Mastin 333. But I did post a Virgo reading today. Literally did an at-home workout this morning because I'm too scared to go to the gym that I just joined. Okay, that's a different situation, because if you're paying money for it, then it's like, you gotta be going, girl. You gotta be going. I'm fortunate that my apartment has a gym in it, so I don't have to pay a fee, thankfully, but it's wrapped up into my rent, so it's a part of the amenities that I'm paying for. And I'm very grateful for that. But it's different when you're paying for like a membership to go. And I've learned that even if you don't go in every day and work out, sometimes it's still good for you to like put on the clothes, put on the outfit, you know what I'm saying? Put it on, go to the gym. Even if you don't go in, at least go. At least put on the workout set, get yourself in the energy of like putting an effort towards it, and over time it'll become easier. And sometimes you're not gonna wanna actually go in and do the full workout. Sometimes you're just gonna go in, maybe get on the treadmill for 10, 15 minutes, and then you leave. And that's fine too, right? Take it at your own pace. But putting effort into it every day, whether big or small, is going to help create a routine. Period. This advice is all advice I need too, so I'm gonna have to rewatch this back. 20-minute workout is better than nothing, period. Yeah, I love how we're talking about wellness on a Virgo full moon. It's fitting. It all makes sense. Any spur of the moment advice for the Libras out there this full moon? Well, I gotta get off because you all ask me so many questions, and I love you, and I wish I could answer every question. The first thing I was getting, and the only thing I'm getting, is don't worry about pleasing other people. Sometimes we have to step back and realize that not everyone's going to like us. And we have to be okay with that, because we will drive ourselves insane trying to get certain people to like us, or trying to get a group of people to like us. So Libras, that's the message I'm getting. Don't worry about pleasing everybody, or don't worry about everybody liking you, because it's impossible. Not everybody is going to like you. You can't make people like you. So just be you. Just do you. And the people who like you, and the people who don't probably don't have good taste. Funny. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. You just created a new account on Instagram for your new businesses and then came here. I love that. Yeah, I've been kind of feeling that, where like some of us are being guided. You're in your I don't give a fuck era, and I love that for you. That feels like go off. I love that. But I have been getting this energy lately, like some people, if a certain account for you isn't working and you are trying to do social media as a career, or you're just trying to get more views on your business, whatever, it could be for any reason, maybe starting a new account would be good for you. And this is for those of you who have been kind of feeling that too. You keep posting and posting and posting, and you're being consistent and you're putting work into it, but you're not getting the views. Your views are sitting at like 200, 300, and you keep putting all this work into it and nothing's really going anywhere. Start a new account. That could be helpful for some of you. And for those of you who did just start a new account because you felt like that, I feel like that was a good choice for you. But I haven't been picking up on that lately. I feel like I don't give enough value. See, that's interesting, because you, being the creator, don't fully get to decide what is valuable and what is not valuable. You know what I mean? In a sense where it's like, you never know who could connect with your content, and you never know who might find you just like getting on a screen talking about your day. That could be valuable for some people. That could provide entertainment, comedic relief, a sense of belonging. That's the type of thing. So it's like, I understand where you're coming from with that idea of like, I don't feel like I'm giving anything of value, but that's kind of a you thing where you aren't feeling valuable. But if you just put the content out there, you just put your creation out there, it allows other people to find value in whatever it is, right? And I feel like it's so hard because, especially with social media, you feel like you do need to be giving some sort of like value or information or teaching or education. But some people just come on here to like unwind from their day, or some people just come on here to like connect with people that they enjoy. Some people just come on here to like watch a nice, cute little vlog. Some people come on here to laugh. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just put it out there, but make sure that you're happy with whatever you're putting out there. If you like what you're doing, if you're happy with what you're doing, the right people are going to find it because it's authentic. So in some regards, you don't get to fully decide what is of value to the people who are going to be viewing it, because people can find value in anything. Anything. These are all pieces of advice that I needed too. I love how connected we all are. You're welcome, honey. I'm so glad that I was able to help. Okay, I gotta go. I've been on live for way too long. I love you guys. Take care of yourselves. Stay hydrated, and I will see you next time. Bye.